1 second. Stop. Alright. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. All thanks and praise are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may His peace and blessings be upon His last and final messenger. So alhamdulillah, last week we finished some of the exercises from chapter 17, and we did the concept from chapter 18 as well. So the concept from chapter 18 was about the adverb of time and place. So inshallah today what we're going to do is we'll do chapter 19. Alright, so chapter 19 is entitled Kana wa akhawatuha. Alright, Kana wa akhawatuha. Kana and its sisters.
What is kana?
So Kana is a verb.
A verb.
Mm-hmm. So it's just called, this is a category of verbs that all function the same way grammatically. So the grammarians just classify as kana along with its sisters. So there's about 12 or 13 of them. There's a lot of these verbs, but we're only going to focus on 2 today. We'll focus on the verb kana, which means to be.
To be.
Mm-hmm. So kana literally means was, right? Kana means it was. And the second one we're going to focus on is called laysa. And laysa we can translate as isn't.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so these are known as kana wa akhawatuha, kana and its sisters. So we'll talk about what they do grammatically first, and then we'll talk about their meanings and go through some practice. So grammatically speaking, they're going to do 2 or 3 things. Right? They will always come before a jumla ismiya. Right, so these verbs, they will always come before a jumla ismiya, always before a nominal sentence. Right, the mubtada remains in the state of rafa. So the subject of the sentence, it stays in the state of rafa. So the mubtada, which is the subject, remains in the state of rafa. But instead of being called the mubtada, we're going to call it ismu kana. Mm-hmm. It's called ismu kana. So basically the rule is that the ismu kana
Mm-hmm.
is always marfu'. It's always in the state of rafa'. And the third thing is that it changes the state of the khabar from rafa' to nasab. So it changes the state of the khabar from rafa' to nasab. So basically the khabar, the rule for the khabar is that it's always marfu'. But when you put kana in front of the sentence, it's going to become mansub. And it's now called khabar of kana. It's called khabaru kana. So the grammatical rule is that the khabar of kana is always mansub. Alright, so grammatically speaking, all of these verbs, this whole category, they all do the same thing. Right? They all come before jumla ismiya. Right? Then it causes the mubtada stays the same, it's marfu', and the khabar becomes mansub. Right? And now it's called ismu kana and khabru kana. Now the thing is that kana, it changes the meaning of the sentence in a unique way. So the verb kana, which is a verb which means to be, or it was. Right? We'll translate it as it was. So in terms of meaning, it takes it to the past tense. So it takes the meaning of the sentence to the past. Alright, so for example, I want to say the student is present. So this is a regular jumla ismiya. It's at-talibu hadirun. At-talibu hadirun. Right, this is a regular jumla ismiya. The student is present. So the word talib is the mubtada and hadirun is my khabar. So now if I put kana in front, kana, the mubtada stays in the state of rafa. So it's kana talibu, but the state of the khabar goes from rafa to nasab. So it becomes hadi run, because it went from rafa to nasab. So kana talibu hadiran, and now the meaning becomes the student was present. Exactly. So it takes the meaning to the past tense. Good. Alright. Some of the examples he has here is al-jawu mumtirun. Right. Al-jawu mumtirun. Meaning the sky is rainy.
The sky is
Or the weather is rainy, sorry. Al-jawu mumtirun. The weather is rainy. So now let's put kana in front. What will it become? Good. كان الجو ممطرا. So the meaning will be the weather was rainy. So again the mubtada stays in the state of rafa and the khabar becomes mansub. And again the mubtada is now called ismu kana and the khabar is called khabaru kana. Again ismu kana always marfu' and the khabar of kana is always mansub. Alright. Another example he gives is as-sama'u mutaghayyimatun. The sky is cloudy. Good. Now the only difference is that the word sama is mu'annath. So kana is a verb So it conjugates. So instead of kana, it's going to be kanat, because it's feminine. That's the only difference. So it becomes kanat as-sama'u mutaghayyimatan. Meaning the sky was cloudy. Alright, so again, which is the ism of kanat? As-sama'. Good. And mutaghayyimatan is the khabar of kanat.
So, please explain me about the kanat. What
Kanat.
is it? Yeah.
So remember the past tense verb, it conjugates.
Conjugate,
Right? So this is the conjugation for the feminine singular. Because the word sama is feminine. Alright, the word sama is feminine. Alright, let's do a few more examples just so that we get a hold of it. Let's do الرجل مسافر.
Oh, it's not in this one.
Yeah, it's not there.
Oh, okay.
So الرجل مسافر. Right, the man is traveling. Right. If I put kana in front, what will it become?
Kana rajulu.
Good. Kana الرجل
Is for man.
man, masculine. So kana الرجل
Rajulu musafira.
Musa- مسافرا.
Musafiran.
Right, مسافرا. Good. So again, the ismu kana is الرجل and khabar is مسافرا. Alright. We'll do this for the mu'annath. Let's say that the woman is traveling. Right. المرأة مسافرة. If I put kana, now it's going to be mu'annath. It's going to be feminine. So kanat.
Kanat.
Good.
Kanat.
Good. المرأة
Mar'atu and musafira.
tan. Very good.
So that in female and male, that's the difference.
That's the
Main
difference. Exactly.
We have to remember that.
Alright. I go back to the example in the book. So the next one he gives is al-musafirani musta'iddani lirrahil, which means that the two travelers are ready for the journey.
Journey.
So al-musafirani musta'iddani lirrahil. Alright, now we're going to put kana in front. So it becomes kana. Again, the mubtada stays marfu'. So kana al-musafirani.
Musafira.
It stays in the state of rafa'. Remember, it's dual, it shows the rafa' with the ending ani. So kana al-musafirani. And the next word becomes musta'id. Ani becomes aini. Good. Musta'id daini lirrahim. So basically, it went from the state of rafa to the state of nasab. So in this sentence, the ismu kana is al-musafiran, which is marfu', and the khabar is musta'id daini. Alright. The next example, he's using the plural now. Al-hukkamu adiluna. Al-hukkamu adiluna. The rulers are just. Right, the rulers are just. So I say the rulers were just.
Okay, so kana
Kana
al-hukam
al-hukkamu
adiluna.
make it mansub. Adi Una becomes ina.
Ina.
Good. Adilina. Because the sound masculine, plural. Good. So in the sentence, hukam is ismu kana. And adilin is the khabar of kana. Good. Alright, and the last example he gives is for the feminine plural. Al-ummahatu rahimatun. The mothers are merciful. Alright, al-ummahatu rahimatun. Now since it's feminine we have to use kanat. So kanat al-ummahatu, it stays marfu'. Rahimatin. That's how it shows it's nasab with a kasra, because it's sound feminine plural. Sound feminine plural. So again, the ismu kana is ummuhat, and the khabar is rahimat. Good. So again, the rule is that the mubtada stays marfu' and the khabar becomes mansub. Or that is the main rule. And then it takes the meaning into the past tense. It becomes was. Alright. Now, the only difficulty with the word kana is that it is a verb. So it conjugates. Alright, so we'll write out the conjugation for it. Alright, all 14 forms. So the so the third person masculine singular is kana. Kana.
Kana is the third person.
Third person masculine
And
singular.
singular.
Right, it was or he was.
Okay.
The dual we just add an alif, so it becomes ka na. So this is third person masculine but
And you.
dual. And the plural is kanu.
Kana.
This is third masculine and plural. So kana, kana, kanu. Then the third person feminine singular is kanat. So third person feminine and singular. The dual we add an alif to the end. Kanata. Kanata. Third person feminine dual. And then for the third person feminine plural, it changes just a little. It becomes kunna. Third person feminine plural. So kana, kana, kanu, kanat, kanata, kunna. And then for the rest of the conjugations, it's going to stay like kunna, but you just add the other end. So kunta, kuntuma, kuntum. So for the second person masculine singular, it's kunta. Second masculine and singular. The dual, kuntuma. Because it's the dual. Second person masculine and dual. And then the plural becomes kuntum. Exactly. Second masculine and plural. Then the second feminine singular is kunti. Second person feminine singular. The dual is kuntuma. Second person feminine dual. And the plural is kuntunna. The second person feminine and plural. Alright, the first person singular is just kuntu. I was. First person singular, kuntu. And the first person plural is kunna, we were. So this is the conjugation of the verb kana. Alright. Now, if you're putting it at the beginning of a sentence, it's always going to be singular, but it can be masculine or feminine. So the sentence will always start with kana or kanat.
Okay.
Right? The only time we actually conjugate it if it comes in the middle of a sentence.
Okay. Okay.
Alright,
So
oh.
only in the beginning it's just
Yeah.
kana and kanat, and the other probably is
It only comes
the
in the middle of a sentence.
middle sentence.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to think in English how.
Yeah. So we can give an example. Alright, so we'll say, let's use the dual. So we can say al-muallimani, right, the two teachers, hadirani. The two teachers are present. So al-muallimani hadirani. The two teachers are present. I want to say the two teachers were present. So I'm just simply going to add what in front?
In front of them?
Mm-hmm. Kana.
Kana.
Singular. So it becomes kana al-muallimani hadirani. Because it's the dual. Alright. Now, the only time I'm going to conjugate kana is if I put it in the middle of a sentence. So it's the same meaning, but the structure of the sentence changes. So I can also say al-muallimani and I'll use the conjugation kana. Right, kana hadiraini. Alright, so if you look at these two sentences right here, their meaning is the exact same thing. They both mean that the two teachers were present. But it's just the structure is different. In the first one, we put kana at the beginning. And that's why it just stays singular. In the second one, we put it in the middle, so you have to conjugate it. So what it means is al-muallimani, the two teachers, both of them were present. Whereas the first one is the two teachers were present. So it's just a different way of saying the same thing. But the important thing to remember, if it's at the beginning, is always kana, and if it's feminine, it's kanat. And then the grammatical rule is that the mubtada stays marfu' and the khabar stays mansoob. Alright, so that's the verb kana. Laysa, grammatically speaking, does the same thing. Alright, the verb laysa, grammatically it does the exact same thing. But in terms of meaning, it's a little bit different. Right? All it does is negates the meaning in the present tense. It negates the meaning of the sentence in the present tense. Alright, so for example, the example we did was at-talibu hadirun. The student is present. If I want to say the student isn't present, I just put laysa in front. So that's what it means by negating in the present tense. So it becomes laysa at-talibu hadiran. ليس الطالب حاضرا. The student isn't present. So by adding laysa, we just change the meaning of the sentence. We make it negative, negation. Alright, so the examples he has in the book, again, the first one is al-jawu mumtirun. Al-jawu mumtirun. The weather is rainy. If I want to say the weather isn't rainy, we just add laysa in front. Mumtiran, good. So it becomes laysa al-jawu mumtiran. So again, as you can see, grammatically it does the same thing. So now it's called ismu laysa, and then khabar of laysa. So ismu laysa is always marfu', and the khabar is always mansub. So again, it does the same thing as kana, but the meaning is different. Alright, the second example he gave is as-sama'u mutaghayyimatun, that the sky is cloudy. As-sama'u mutaghayyimatun. But again, it's a verb, so it's going to become feminine. Laysat. So as-sama'u mutaghayyimatun. And I want to say now that the weather isn't, or sorry, the sky isn't cloudy. So laysat. So laysat as-sama'u mutaghayyimatan. Good. Alright, so again, sama will be the ismu, laysat, and mutaghaymatan khabar of laysat. Alright. The third example he gives is al-musafirani musta'iddani lirrahil. Al-musafirani musta'iddani lirrahil. So we want to say that true travelers aren't ready for the journey. So all we do is add laysa. So laysa al-musafirani. And what's going to happen to the word musta'iddani? It becomes musta'iddaini lirrahil. So over here, what's the ismu laysa? Al-musafirani, the khabar. Good. Alright, the fourth example, al-hukamu adiluna. So now we add laysa in front, it becomes laysa al-hukamu adilina. Good. So laysa al-hukamu adilina. So the ismu laysa is hukam, and the khabar of laysa is adilin. Very good. Alright, and the last one now for the feminine plural. Al-ummahatu rahimatun. So since it's feminine, we make it laysat. Exactly, laysat. So laysat. And
plural.
Exactly, feminine plural. So ummahatu rahimatin. So ismu laysat and khabar of laysat. Alright, so again, grammatically it does the same thing as laysa. So mubtada stays marfu', khabar becomes mansub. But the only difference is the meaning. So again, kana takes the meaning to the past tense. And laysa just negates it in the present. Right, so easy example is just الطالب حاضر. So كان الطالب حاضرا, the student was present, and ليس الطالب حاضرا, the student isn't present. Very good. Alright, and now the problem that arises here is that laysa as well is a verb. So it also has a conjugation. So we'll write out the conjugation. Alright, so the third person masculine singular is just laysa. Alright, third person masculine singular is laysa. The dual, we add alif, so it becomes lay sa. That's the third person masculine and dual. And for the plural, we add waw, lay su. That's the third person masculine plural. Alright, the third person feminine singular is laysat. Third person feminine singular. For the dual, we add the alif, laysata. So laysata. Third person feminine dual. And the plural is lasna. Lasna. Third person feminine plural. And then it stays like that for the rest. So lasta, then lastuma, etc. So the second person masculine singular is lasta. Second person masculine singular. Good. The dual will be lastuma. The second person masculine dual, and the plural will be tum. Okay. And then the second person feminine singular less. Lasti. The dual is the same, less tuma. Less tuma. And the plural is less tunna. Second person feminine plural. And the first person singular less tu. And the plural is lasna. So this is the entire conjugation for the verb laysa. And again, if it's at the beginning of a sentence, we're just going to use the singulars. Laysa and lasta. That's if it's at the beginning of a sentence. So this is a little bit complicated, but it's not too bad. It's a little bit complicated. Alright, so turn to page 178 in the book. So, alright, we'll read the lesson together,
Okay.
and then we will do some of the exercises, inshallah. Pull it up. Alright, so kana wa akhawatuha, kana and its sisters. So we've done all these examples, but we can just go through them. So the first example is al-jawu mumtirun. The weather is rainy. So this is a regular jumla ismiya. Al-jawu mubtada, mumtirun, khabar. They're both marfu'. And it's masculine and singular. So we add kana, becomes kana al-jawu mumtiran. So the ismu kana is jaw, khabru kana mumtiran. And the meaning becomes was. Right? The weather was rainy. And now if you add laysa in front, laysa al-jawu mumtiran becomes the weather isn't rainy. Very good. Number 2, as-sama'u mutaghayyimatun. The sky is cloudy. كانت السماء متغيمة. The sky was cloudy. And then ليست السماء متغيمة. The sky isn't cloudy. Good. المسافران مستعدان للرحيل. The two travelers are prepared for the journey. So you say كان المسافران مستعدين للرحيل. The two travelers were ready for the journey. And then ليس المسافران مستعدين للرحيل. The two travelers aren't ready for the journey. الحكام عادلون. The rulers are just. كان الحكام عادلين. The rulers were just. And ليس الحكام عادلين. The rulers aren't just. الأمهات رحيمات. The mothers are merciful. كانت الأمهات رحيمات. The mothers were merciful. And then ليست الأمهات رحيمات. The mothers aren't merciful. Alright, so it says the explanatory note. The sentence in column alif are ordinary nominal sentences. Yani the regular jumla ismiya, with both the subject and predicate in the nominative case marfu'. Because that's the normal rule. For mubtada khabar, they're always marfu'. In column ba, the sentences of alif have been preceded by kana. And he says kana is called fa'il madin naqis, a defective past tense verb. So the addition of kana has caused two changes in the sentence. It has made the mubtada marfu' and it is now called ismu kana. And the meaning is now in the past, as in kana al-jawwu mumtiran, which now means the weather was rainy. Right? In column jim, the sentences of column alif have been preceded by laysa. And just like kana, this is also fa'il madin naqis, a defective past tense verb. And it is used with nominal sentences, taking the subject in the nominative and the predicate in the accusative. Grammatically, it does the same thing. Mubtada stays marfu', khabr becomes mansub. And the addition of laysa has negated the sentence in the past tense, as in laysa al-jawwu mumtiran. The weather is not rainy. Alright, so the table of the verb forms of kana is like that of any ordinary verb, and we did that. Kana, kana, kanu, till the end. The only difference is that the second radical or root consonant in kana is a harful illa, meaning it's an alif. And this alif only remains in the third person forms, and then it changes. We saw that change, right? It became kana, kana, kanu, kanat, kanat, to then kunna. Then kunta, meaning all these things, it changes, because it's a defective verb. And we'll get there later on. It's a more advanced topic, but it's okay. And then he mentions all the conjugations for kana, and then he mentions all the conjugations for laysa after that as well. Alright, so just turn all the way till the end of the chapter on page 185. And it's just a nice summary. Rule number 25. So it says kana is added to a nominal sentence. Yani it's added to what? Jumla ismiya, changing its meaning to the past and changing the case of the predicate, the khabar, from marfu' to mansub. Right? Making it the predicate of kana, whereas the subject, which is now called the subject of kana, stays in the nominative case, and he stays marfu'. It's easier for us to just say that the mubtada is marfu' and the khabar is mansub. And it's called ismu kana and khabaru kana. And it's the same thing for laysa. The mubtada stays marfu', but the khabar becomes mansub, and now it's called ismu laysa and khabar of laysa. It's just a lot easier to say it like that. Alright, so the rule is not that complicated. All it takes is a little bit of practice. So mashallah, he has given us a lot of exercises to practice it. So we can start with a few. Alright, so exercise 1 on page 186, he says, rewrite the following sentences using kana. So he gives us an example. Al-adlu qa'imun. Justice is established. So if we put kana, it becomes kana al-adlu qa'iman. Justice was established. Alright, so go ahead and take about a few minutes and do the first 6. and then we'll do them together. So again, all you're adding in front of kana, but you have to take care if the word is masculine or feminine. And we'll translate them first. So number 1, al-barudu qarisun. The cold is severe. The cold is severe. Number 2, fadluhu amimun. His grace is general. Fadluhu, his grace. Amimun is general, you can say inclusive. Number 3, athiyabu makwiyatun. The clothes are ironed. So this is a case where it's going to be feminine. Number 4, abuha salihun. Her father is righteous. Abuha salihun. Her father is righteous. Number 5, Zaydun dhu fadlin. Zayd is a person of grace. Zayd is a person of grace. And then number 6, at-ta'amu jahizun. The food is ready. The food is ready. So take a few minutes, work through it, then we'll do it together on the screen. Alright, so ready?
Oh.
Bismillah. Alright, so al-bardu qarisun. If we put kana in front, it becomes كان البرد قارسا. That the cold was severe. Very good. Alright, number 2. فضله عميم. قد كان فضله عميما. That his virtue was general. Good. قد كانت الثياب مكوية. Okay, number 4. قد كان أبوها صالحا. Her father was righteous. Alright, number 5.
Number 5 is كان زيد ذو فضل. Because
Yeah.
it's single or
So كان زيد
زيد
ذا فضل.
or is ذا.
Yeah. So the word ذا becomes mansub. So Zayd was a person of virtue. And number 6. قد كان الطعام جاهزا. Good. So the food was ready. Good. Alright. So it seems like alhamdulillah we get the concept's not too bad. So what we'll do is we'll take a little short 10-minute break. Then we'll come back and we'll do all these fun exercises inshallah.
Sure.
Inshallah. I'll be back. All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ba'd. All right, let's continue with some of these exercises. So let's do 6 more. Let's do the next 6 inshallah. So let's translate them first. Number 7, it says الشعب متحد, that the people are united. الشعب متحد, the people are united. Number 8, النجوم متلألئة, the stars are shining. So this one is going to be feminine. Number 9, العدو منهزم, the enemy is defeated. Number 10, الضربة قاضية, the strike was decisive. The strike is decisive. Number 11, الرائحة كريهة, the smell or the odor is bad. And number 12, لكم أجر عظيم, for you is great reward. Right, for you is great reward. Right, so take a few minutes and we'll do them together.
also is
feminine. It's feminine.
Feminine, right?
Mm-hmm. Alright, Bismillah. Number 8. What should it be?
كان شعب
Good. كان الشعب متحدا. Very good. Alright. The people were united. Alright, number 8.
Number 8 is كانت النجوم متلألئة.
Good. متلألئة. The stars were shining. Very good. Alright, number 9. العدو منهزم.
كان عدو منهزما.
Good. منهزما. The enemy was defeated. Alright, number 10.
كان ضربة قاضية.
Good. كانت
كانت
الضربة.
is also oh,
It's
put
مؤنث.
كان.
It's مؤنث.
Also.
So كانت الضربة قاضية.
Or the strike is actually.
The word strike, exactly. So the strike was decisive. Alright, number 11.
كان الرائحة كريهة.
Good. كانت الرائحة كريهة. Very good. And the last one, number 12, is a little bit weird.
Yes, that was kind of.
So what it is that the khabar comes first,
Okay.
which is the word lakum, so it stays the same. Kana lakum,
كان لكم.
and then
أجر.
ajrun azimun stays the same because this is the ism.
That's what I was.
Yeah. So ajrun azimun is the ism of kana. And in and of itself, it's also murakkab tawsifi, mawsuf, sifa. So the reason why it stays in the marfu state is because of the ism of kana. And the khabar is lakum. So there was great reward for them. There was great reward for them, or for you. Alright, good. So it seems like we get the hang of kana. Alright, exercise 2 is the same thing, but now with laysa. So the same exact thing, but we're going to do laysa. So let's do the first 12. Alright, the first 12, but let's translate them first. Alright, number 1, al-amru hayyinun. The matter is easy. Alright, the matter, the affair is easy. Number 2, li-ahmada ukhtun. Ahmad has a sister. Alright, so this is also a sentence where the sequence is flipped. The khabar is first and the ism is after.
Because Ahmad had sister.
Yeah, Ahmed this has a sister. Alright, number 3, al-wasifani aminani. That the two workers are trustworthy. Number 4, az-zakatu mu'addatun. The zakah is paid. Number 5, al-hawdu mumtali'un. The pond is full.
How is it actually same in Urdu, right?
Same meaning. Number 6, as-sibyanu bakuna. The children are crying. Number 7, an-nadharatu munkasiratun. The glasses are broken. Alright, number 8, al-as'ilatu sa'batun. The questions are difficult. The questions are hard. Number 9, al-fatatu mutazawwijatun. The young girl is married. Number 11, udhruka maqbulun. Your excuse is accepted. And number 12, the last one, al-asifatu anifatun. The wind is strong. The wind is strong.
said
Your excuse is accepted.
I forgot. Uzruk Maqbool.
Mm-hmm.
What is the meaning?
Your excuse is accepted.
Oh, so different. I wrote down الظهور الشجاعة.
We didn't do that one. Tahawwuru, let me check what it means. Carelessness, rashness. So I'm saying rashness is bravery. At-tahawwuru, rashness, shuja'atun is bravery.
Oh, شجاعة الظهور. Careless is brave.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Bismillah. Let's try number 1. Al-amru hayyin becomes? Good. Laysa al-amru. Very good. So, Laysa al-amru hayyinan. The affair, the matter isn't easy. Alright, number 2. Li Ahmada ukhtun. It says the same. So Laysa li Ahmada ukhtun. So Ahmad doesn't have a sister. Alright, number 3. Al-wasifani aminani. Good. Ami Naini. Because it becomes mansub. Because it's the khabar of Laysa. Okay, so the two workers are not trustworthy. Alright, number 4. Az-zakatu mu'addatun.
Zakat is not.
It's mu'annath.
Laysa zakatun mu'addatan.
Good. So laysat الزكاة مؤداة. Very good. Alright, number 5. الحوض ممتلئ. كان so ليس الحوض ممتلئا. So ليس الحوض ممتلئا. Alright. Number 6. الصبيان باكون. باكين. Because it becomes mansub. Alright, so ليس الصبيان باكين. Because it's a sound masculine, plural. And again, it shows its nasab with the ending ina. So ليس الصبيان باكين. The children are not crying. Okay, the children are not crying. Alright, number 7. النظارة منكسرة. It's going to be mu'annath.
Yeah, but sorry, I was writing too fast. I was glasses broken. Okay. Nazaratu. You said, what does it say? Nazara Munkasaratun?
Yeah, so ليست النظارة منكسرة. ليست النظارة منكسرة. So the glasses aren't broken. Alright, number 8. الأسئلة صعبة. This will also be mu'annath. الأسئلة صعبة. Good. So ليست الأسئلة صعبة. The questions are not hard. Alright, number 9. الفتاة متزوجة. This will also be mu'annath. Good. متزوجة. Alright, number 10. التهور شجاعة. Good. Good. ليس التهور شجاعة. That carelessness is not bravery. نعم. Number 11. عذرك مقبول. Good. ليس عذرك مقبولا. Your excuse is not accepted. Good. And the last one, number 12. العاصفة عنيفة. The wind is strong. Good. ليست العاصفة عنيفة. Good. Alright, so that's good. That's good exercise with Laysa. Alright, look at exercise number 3. So exercise number 3 is a little bit more complicated. Alright, so what he's saying is the subjects of the following nominal sentences are dama'ir munfasila. They're detached pronouns. Rewrite the sentence twice using kana and laysa. So if you look at the example, antum ghafiluna, right? You are heedless. So he wants us to conjugate the verb. So it becomes kuntum, and then the noun after becomes mansub. Kuntum ghafilina. And then with laysa, lastum ghafilina. So try doing the first 6. So you're just going to conjugate it for this pronoun. So number 1, hum qani'una means they are obedient. Hum qani'una, they are obedient. Alright, number 2, ana da'ifatun, I am weak. Number 3, نحن ضالون, we are lost. Number 4, هو ذو مال, he is a person of wealth. Of wealth. Number 5, أنا مسرورة, I am happy. And number 6, أنتما لاهيان, both of you are careless. So again, we're going to put kana and laysa both in front, but we're going to have to conjugate. Alright, so this one is a little bit challenging. Let's try it together. Alright, so number one, hum. So we're going to conjugate for the third person masculine plural. So it becomes
So kana.
plural.
Plural.
Kanu. So kanu.
Hum. Kana.
So we're going to drop off hum now because kanu represents it. So kanu qani'ina. And the reason why it's qani'ina is because now this is the khabar of kana. So kanu qani'ina, they were obedient. And then for laysa it will be laysu. Because again, third person masculine plural. So laysu, then qani'ina. Good. Alright, number two. Ana da'ifatun, I am weak. So the first person singular becomes kuntu. Alright, first person singular. Kuntu da'ifatan. I was weak. And then I am not weak, lastu. Lastu ضعيفة. So كنت ضعيفة and then لست ضعيفة. Alright, so the third نحن ضالون, so first person plural.
First person plural is kunna.
كنا, again, so كنا ضالين. And then لسنا ضالين. Alright, number four. هو ذو مال. So third person masculine singular. كان كان ذا مال. And then ليس ذا مال.
Oh, sorry, he is the third person. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
changing your
Third
question.
person.
Okay.
Alright, number five. أنا مسرورة, I'm happy. So first person is
First person is kunta.
كنت.
Kuntu.
Good. So كنت مسرورة.
Kuntu masuratan.
And for ليس it's less. لست مسرورة. Alright. And then number six. أنتما لاهيان. So second masculine
So it's kuntuma.
dual. Good. كنتما.
Kuntum.
كنتما is right.
But
كنت
kuntuma because it's dual.
dual.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kuntuma
لاهي
la hiyana
لاهيين.
hiyani.
Because it's the dual and it's mansub. And then for ليس it's less.
Lasta
لستما
lastuma
لاهيين.
So here you have to remember the formula.
The conjugations. Exactly. So it becomes a little bit more challenging. Alright, so we'll stop here for today.
Okay.
And then next Saturday, inshallah, we'll continue with these exercises to get more practice.
Sure.
And we'll do the concept from chapter 20, which is the last chapter in the book, as well, inshallah. So we'll practice this and then also we'll start our review, inshallah.
So in the Ramadan we're gonna have a class or no?
Only for one day.
Only for one.
The
So
first day of
first-
Ramadan. Yeah.
First day of
Yeah.
Ramadan.
And then after that we'll break. Inshallah.
Which is first Ramadan actually.
Yeah, it'll be the first of Ramadan.
First Ramadan.
Be the first fast.
First.
Inshallah.